Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam from the Beauty and It Reseller. I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And today I have a little bit of a TJ Maxx haul. Not a huge one. I ended up going because I was looking for a Ralph Lauren onesie. It had a pink lining and some little teddy bears on it. And I had seen it. I didn't buy it, but I am fully in nesting mode. If you didn't know, I am expecting a little girl in March. So I went back to TJ Maxx to find that onesie. I didn't find it. I have found some on Poshmark that I've liked, and hopefully I can get an offer from someone. But that was the reason why I went. But while I was there, I ended up looking through the clearance sections and picked up a few items to resell. So this should probably be a little bit short and sweet. There were a bunch of items that I looked at that I didn't think would be worth picking up, so you might see some of that footage. But the items here, mostly I knew I could make a profit, and there were a couple items that I took a chance on. So let's get into it. The first item that I grabbed that prompted me to pick up items for resale is this Vince dress, and it looks to be right around knee length, maybe a little bit longer, and it's a sheer dress. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to come with a lining, and that was why it was on clearance, but it is a size extra, extra small, and actually you can see the tag is kind of coming off, so that might also be a reason. I thought it would be a good buy because Vince is a really nice brand. This originally retailed for $495. It does still have the original tags and also the buttons. And I picked this up for $29 on clearance. It looks like it has 2 clearance stickers on it, and it was originally $79.99. However, what I didn't see when I first picked this up, that I did see when I got home, is that there is a tear in the fabric at the neckline where the hanger kind of like dug into it. I don't know if you can see there. So I'm gonna double check and see if I can still make a profit off of this, but I think because it is missing a lining and does have somewhat significant damage that I can't repair personally, that I think I will just return this. But it would have been a good pickup even without the slip if it wasn't damaged. But with that damage, I don't know that I could make enough profit off of it, and it would probably sit for a really long time. So the good thing about buying retail arbitrage through TJ Maxx is that if an item doesn't sell, you can always return it. And this one, I don't even think I'm going to take the time to list and everything, and it also has one of these things that stops you from returning if it is removed. So sadly this one didn't work out, but be on the lookout for Vince at your TJ Maxx because it is a really nice brand for resale. Next up is an item that is new to me, a new brand to me. I actually saw on Lindsay Nicole's channel that she picked up a few dresses from this brand. It is called Faithfull the Brand, and it is sold on Revolve, and this exact style of dress was sold on Revolve but in a different color. This is a light pink with yellow floral detail dress with kind of the puff sleeves, a corset style, and then the smocking in the back. And it is a mini dress, but what makes this brand seem like it is more valuable is that it is handmade, hand-dyed prints, and they're made in Bali, Indonesia. I do think that this is good quality item. It also has a concealed zipper on the side to make it easier to get on, and fun little details like the cap sleeves with the bows at the end, and just a cute cottagecore style. I don't know the price off the top of my head, and their tags do not have the MSRP on them, but I believe it was somewhere in the 200 range. I'll pop the price up on the screen. And I picked this up. I already took the tag off because I already took pictures of this item. I picked it up for $26. It looks like it was on double clearance, and the original TJ Maxx price was $39.99. And so I'm hoping to sell this for around $100. There weren't too many sold comps on this style, so I'm not sure if it's a brand that just doesn't sell a lot of, but I was willing to try out a new brand, take a chance, see how it went. And I do think that, especially moving into spring, this style is going to continue to be really trendy. The next item was one that I was willing to take a chance on because if it didn't sell, I would end up keeping it myself. It is a long line cardigan with kind of a muted print, kind of like a Fair Isle print almost, in a really neutral colorway. And it is by the brand Joie, which I know can be a hit or miss brand for resale. It retails for quite a bit of money, but resale it can be a little bit tricky. This had some good materials. It has wool, it also has cotton, so there was a mixture, but it's a primarily cotton top, which I know a lot of people do look for cotton and wool, especially when they're looking at knitwear. And this is a size large, and this one also has 2 clearance stickers on it. It was originally $39.99 at TJ Maxx, and I picked it up for $26. And so I'm hoping to sell this probably around that $80 range. But again, if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it myself because it is a really nice staple. And since I am pregnant, I can't really pick up many clothes right now that I know will fit now and later. But since this is an open front cardigan, I thought that that would be a good one. So we'll see how that one goes. This next item is another one that is kind of a gamble for me, just because the cost of goods was a little bit higher. But it is a classic trench coat, and it's long and has gold buttons and a belt on the back. And it is the brand Rebecca Minkoff, which I know is not as popular as it once was. It is a designer brand that I think had its day back in the 2010 area and is now not quite as popular, but that does not mean that the items still don't go for a lot of money. So let me find the tag on this one. So the original MSRP of this coat was $598, and it was on clearance. It was originally $119.99 at TJ Maxx and had the red tag for $79. There were also short versions of this, which I did pass on. They were only slightly less than the long version, and the resale value was not there for the short coats. But for the long ones, I did think that I would be able to sell these for around $150 or so. Not a fast seller because it is kind of a boring old school style, but since it is a classic with just the black like pea coat material in a trench style with gold buttons, that if it doesn't sell this year, I know it will eventually and should be pretty profitable. They had a few of these, so I picked them up in a couple different sizes. This one is an extra large, which I did also think would be a good size to pick up, especially for that like fitted outerwear. I also got it in a size small, and then the last one was a size large. So again, if this doesn't sell, I may just end up keeping this one myself. But I do think that these are classic pieces, so even though the Rebecca Minkoff brand isn't quite as popular, I do think that this will be a classic staple to have in my closet. The last item is similar. It is another long line trench coat with that wool outer, and this one is Vince Camuto. It's got the tortoiseshell button, but what made this one stand out is that it has a fringe at the hem. And I thought again that was really cool take on a classic black trench coat, and it seems to have a really good fit. Also includes the belt. With all of these, they're really dirty. There's a lot of dust. And you know, the floors of TJ Maxx are usually really dusty and gross. So all 4 of these coats I'm going to need to take some time to lint roll. But again, I thought this would be a good one. Like I said, it is Vince Camuto, which is not a huge reselling brand, but it is sold at places like Macy's and Nordstrom. It was originally $69.99 at TJ Maxx. I picked it up for $49 on clearance. Oh, the tag is here somewhere. There's also something rattling in the pocket. I hope I didn't take something accidentally. It's just one of those like gel bead things. Where is the tag? Maybe this one didn't include a tag. So I will probably have to sell this one new without tags, but it does have nice stock photos I could see when I was looking up comps, and so I think this one should be a pretty easy sale. We are almost at Christmas, so unfortunately I am going to miss out likely on the sales for Christmas, just because people want to make time enough for shipping, but I want to get these up and listed this weekend so that potentially I can make sales this year and not have to hold on to these large jackets for too long. And that was all I picked up in this haul. TJ Maxx is kind of hit or miss, and this is just the red tag clearance. There are the yellow tag clearance sales, which are much lower prices, and so I pick up a lot more when the yellow tag events are on. Hallie wants to say hi. But I thought it was a pretty good pickup just for going in on a random day and finding some items when I was going to just look for my baby. If you've picked up items to resell from TJ Maxx recently, leave a comment below. What brands did you find? What are you excited and looking for? If you're new to this channel, I would love it if you could subscribe and join me. If you like this video, give it a like, and I will catch you on the next one.